stream now. Recording already. Let me go the way of the second monitor and refresh the video. Check, everyone, starting up, perfetto. And this is already running. Maybe I could move the overlay a bit more up, not down, I mean, yeah, like this. Playing Sturmovik in the morning again, for the sake of variety, always War Thunder at this time of the morning. Let's do something different. So, Steam is here. Also, yeah, I should preface that we've had a lot of updates since yesterday, both the NVIDIA drivers and also, what's his name, the Steam VR software, so let's hope they don't cause problems. Maybe they might improve my performance, which in this game hasn't been exactly thundering, so to say. Probably will be better. I don't know. I want to be the optimist. There is something else I like to do, to tell you the truth. To try and raise a bit the details. Because when you look at distant targets, as one often has to do in this game, the ground textures in particular are very disappointing. They look muddy. I don't know. Probably it's something that comes from VR. Because on the monitor it doesn't look like it. But in VR it's quite disappointing. Okay, let me see. Probably we'll have to restart the game, but just a second, I mean, before starting the actual mission, so not going to take the longest loading in the world. Here's our hangar. I never noticed there was an A painted there. Okay, center this thing. Why doesn't it center? There it was priority, maybe on the window. Yes, I had. So, settings, graphics. Horizon draw distance is to the max, yes. I tend to keep everything low because we're playing in VR, of course, and also streaming. You cannot really expect too much. Distant landscape, grass quality, clouds. No, case in point. Would be this. Use 4K textures. Well, I guess. Let's try. It's not like the textures are going to worsen my frame rate, no? Maybe the loading times, but the game is on SSD. Let's reboot. It's worth it, I guess. Shouldn't take long, I promise. And I wonder if... still I have Reshade installed. I never removed it. It's the thing that improves the contrast. Not that I ever use it, actually. I leave it like it is, because actually the zoom from 3D in Godot is good enough to spot things at a distance. So I should probably try to remove that mode, because it's useless. Serves no purpose. This would be the 4K textures. They look just the same to me. Everything looks exactly the same. Nightmare vision engaged, no? The famous meme. Everything looks the same. Maybe it won't be the nightmare vision, it will actually be the heaven vision, because it's supposedly 4K. Yeah, it looks the same. Maybe the ground textures. Okay, let's see how the servers are. They will be less full than in the afternoon, so perhaps we will have to play some single player and then come over here. Yeah, as suspected. So we have 19 people only in Wings of Liberty. That's not really ideal. And tactical war, combat box. There isn't even anyone. But did they close the Berloga server? It's deserted. I don't know. I no longer see anyone on the Berloga server. Well, 19 people, I guess. I will make one try. We see how it goes. I want to do one thing especially. I want to take off with the Focke-Wulf because I couldn't the other day, but I think I found out the reason. Well, it depends if we can use the Focke-Wulf on this map. It's not always the same scenario. Well, of course, with this number of people, we won't be doing this the entire stream. So either more connect or we go single player for a while and then come back. I guess could also work. This is the reason I've got to play in this game more in the afternoon. But then again, can you play War Thunder every day? Yes, possibly. After a while it wears on you. They're very different, They might seem similar games, but this is much more, I think, challenging in some aspects. Less challenging maybe in others, because you don't need the same continuous attention to the strategic situations of the battle, well, depending on how much you cooperate with others. Doesn't give me the number of, but there will be more Germans, as always, I bet. Might as well go with the the PA2, no? Because just in case we don't meet anyone, at least we will meet the target and bomb it. At least we will do that. So yeah, PA2. We have the two types here. Unfortunately, I don't exactly know the difference. I think this is the latest model, so I'll go with it. And I will put on it the two big bombs that I like so much. Can I put bombs and rockets? Let's do that. I used to like this configuration. 10 rockets, 4 bombs. 10 rockets and the two big bombs. It will be a bit heavy in its takeoff, I bet. Let's reduce the fuel then. Not having to do the full track like in real life in any case. And yes, by the way, now I know how to start twin engine planes. You just have to push the throttle a bit forward. That is the thing that I couldn't do absolutely. And the reason for which I always had to try again and again to start this thing. Do the texture look different to you? To me, not at all. Maybe once we are in the air. Okay, so fuel mixture at 100%. And throttle a bit open, like 20%, and start the engine. This should start. I will of course push this lever here, that basically brakes the wheels, so the plane doesn't start to move by itself. But wait, I also have to raise the wheel, it's a bit too low. Going to be annoying like this. And yeah, the PA2 is a fairly fast ground attacker. We will be on the objective in no time. Hopefully without encountering enemy interceptors. And also today I carry, you can even see the teeth. Here they are, just the teeth of rockets, besides the bombs. Look at this guy. What the fuck are you doing? No, I won't see like this, I have to use it. Where did he go? He was a friendly, yes, he was a Russian yak, I think. You see, perfectly started. How long did I take to start this blasted engine the other day? Like 10 minutes. Everything is past of us now. Because I know how to do it. And also, yeah, raise the RPM maybe. This could help, I guess. You can hear the power. You have to bring it to 100%, that's it. It has to stay 100% all the time. In this plane, for what I've gathered. Here it is. The feathering I don't think is needed, because there is one of the two PA2s needs the feathering to go up as well. And yes, this is the runway. I think I'm a bit too close to my furniture to the right. It might be problematic. Wait, I gotta move as soon as I align on the runway. And I best not occupy this for too long, because apparently there is a fighter swooping down, being the comedian. Here he is. He might decide to land. That's German. That's Russian in any case, not an enemy. Should I maybe increase the throttle before releasing the brakes? I think they do like that in real planes. Makes you start more quickly, perhaps. Okay, 100%. Throttle and RPM. Fuel mixture 100%. I guess this should start. Anyway, okay, no, I think I thought the technical messages were gone, but actually they're back. I think this takes off at around 200 and something. We have plenty of space on the runway. But we're heavy, eh? I'm carrying both rockets and bombs. No problems in any case. Everything easy peasy. Okay. And basically I go a bit to the northwest, so I can turn. Don't pull the stick too much. Watch the second engine coolant temperature. Ah yeah, open the radiators. This will be the 4K texture. They look exactly the same. What a surprise. What a surprise. You see how it is. It doesn't look like a landscape. It looks like a series of paint brushes, basically. Paintbrush strokes. This is what I mean. Yeah. Okay, steadily climbing towards the Volga River. Just past of Stalingrad, we have to bomb German train and German convoy. Perfect job for the PA2. I still have my girlfriend's picture here, which is always an aviator, by the way, apparently, by the looks of it. Maybe one of the famed strike witches. No, what was the name? The Night Witches. The all-female squadron. I used to attack the German bases at night with all the Polycarpov biplanes. That's quite a story, I tell you. I've seen it told on a website the other day for the Women's Day. I don't know if it's an international thing. I think it is, actually. In any case, it's celebrated here in Italy at the beginning of March. the day dedicated to all women, including of course the heroes of war. Our base in the south is under attack. Plodovitor. Okay. We might have to keep it in mind should I choose to switch spawn points. And yeah, your speed is too low. Indeed, we're moving below 200. That's not good. Should be an uneventful flight. We bomb this thing. We bring the points home. And then make an assessment. If really there aren't enough players on this server, we play some single player sorties and then I will come back. Because I presume during the morning the situation should change for the better. Why is it overheating, I wonder? No, still overheating. Reduce the RPM then. RPM, let's say 90%. Maybe lean the mixture as well, like I do in the fighters. No? Possibly. I'll bring it to 84. Am I smoking? Yes, in fact. Okay, gone. Left engine is still smoking. Which doesn't make sense, because basically I've done the same thing to both engines. So maybe it was just a bit more stress. No. Okay, it's running well. Okay. So, straight to the station and convoy. I wish to close, since we have the handy stabilization autopilot. I wish to close this. I might as well look in. No, I best not get distracted. Fighters might still come. I wanted to read the technical notes, but maybe it's better not. Okay, autopilot is still on, so let's zoom this map. You have the city, the woods, then a series of roads. To the right, the German train station. There's a small settlement in between. Actually, there's 3 of them, very small, past the big city. I will go to the train station. It's a bigger target in general, and also convoys can move around, whereas station usually don't. And that will certainly be helpful. Unfortunately, the movement of the point of view in VR is wrong when you look from the turret, yeah, and also it moves with the mouse, which is then wrong. Actually makes you kinda nauseous. But I guess it's okay, because in any case you wouldn't be supposed to be handling this yourself. It's better that you concentrate on piloting, also because the AI has actually got pretty amazingly good aim. I will tell them fire at will in advance, even though probably doesn't make a difference. F2, okay. Okay, we're at the fork of the river. You see how it is, basically. Stalingrad is where there is a big island on the river. Couple of bridges underneath. Here they are. They were pretty long bridges for the time. Oh, I think the textures actually do look better, you know. And why the heck didn't I select this before? No, they do look better. We should be able to see the city already. Not yet, it appears. Well, it's predictably uneventful, with so few players. As I said, just one sortie. But in the summer, that's the reason the plane overheats so much. Normally does. I like that view. How did I get that view? Turn forward from the back seat. Just for a second. I was looking maybe more to the right when I switched. Well, I could just like turn like this. Yes, you just center it like this. It's an interesting view. Lets you get a good idea of the proportions of the cockpit. This is a very cool plane with the transparent bottom to aim the bombs. Interesting design from the Russians. I don't think I should climb. After all, we're doing a ground run, but I best keep ahead of myself with the view. I mean, there is the risk that a player might come. It's not like the server is completely empty. Don't know any of these guys, by the way. Almost to Stalingrad now. There is a friendly objective on the island, Soviet artillery. we should be able to spot. I should turn a bit to the left also. This island, I presume. Okay, more like it, pointing straight at the station. It's one of the small cities past of Stalingrad, probably the bigger one, that squarish over there. I wish I could point at the actual map inside the game. Unfortunately, we're not to that point with technology. And here is Stalingrad. Even at maximum detail, the buildings render only when you're very close. Which isn't really all that wrong, because that would kill my performance utterly in VR and while streaming. I think no, but you know what? No, I was going to say the driver updates made a difference. It's not that. It's just that the server is half empty compared to when I play in the afternoon. This is the reason it's running better. It's also an airfield there. I don't know about that airfield historically. I mean, there was an airfield so close to the city, and yet they never make you take off from there. Maybe it was like a no man's land, possibly too much the target of enemy bombing and the like for it to be used actively by the squadrons. I mean, you see, it's full of airfields that don't matter in the game. By each of the objectives, you know, the German train station has an airfield. The Peshanka and German convoy have another. Peshanka, I mean, that small settlement. Yes, I even see that airfield. So that also tells me the location of the German train station, indeed. Because it should be to the right, by the rails, case in point. Let's start to move in a more utilitarian approach. I would go from the side, probably. Yes. And actually, no, I should go from the left. Because the orientation of the objective is such that it might let me hit more. Actually, if I look at the shape of the rails, I should be already be coming from the right direction. Maybe I'm more to the right. Yes, you see, here it is. 1, 2 bombs and all the rockets. Let's do it. I hope it doesn't have too much anti-air, because it would be unsuppressed, possibly with so few players, and also potentially dangerous, yeah. And we're not in single player yet, so if I fail, I fail completely. Here it is, the railway station. Let's deliver our load. You see, just like a civilian flight simulator, only that you deliver your payload in the end. I presume the railway station is the part that smokes, because that would be the train. Yes, these are rails in any case. Okay, low and fast. Anti-air would be a threat. I wish I knew for sure I'm bombing the right team. Well, by the quantity of tracers coming my way, yes, probably. Bombs away. And turn around and we shoot to the other side of the rails our rockets. Yeah, anti-air will now be absolutely deadly. I hope they don't get me. And apparently there's also a fighter. This is not good. Okay, hurry up with the rockets before you die. Rockets! Rockets! Rockets away! I don't know what I'm shooting them at. But I mean, sure, as long as I get lighter. And let's see what happens with this fighter. Shit, he had to come. Where is he? Okay, one engine is leaking, but it's not necessarily. And I see. No, but he's firing at the ground targets. Ah, shit, they hit me. This is bad. Ah, no, it's the fighter even. Then it looks bad. Do I still have both wings? No. Well, guys, at least I unleashed the bombs, no? It could have been worse. The mission is sorta completed. How much did I score? Nothing. It's impossible. Not impossible in this game. I certainly damaged the objective, but it could still be 0 points for what I know. Now I want to challenge that guy, though. Are they still attacking the southern airfield? No. Shall we have another go with a fighter? To try and revenge, I mean. To have revenge. Yeah, no points. Yet I bombed a railway station. Now, what could it have been? Let's try to go and bother that guy. What is the fastest plane of the bunch here? Probably the MiG. 0 points, if you can believe it. Dropped all bombs, shot all rockets on the objective. How very typical of this game. Okay. Let me see if I can find that guy. He will still be around there, expecting another PA2. We will go there with the MiG instead. Just an attempt. Let's make it a duel. I came there to deliver peacefully bombs, and yet he was looking for a fight. So let's give him. Yeah, 0 points. I guess he wasn't the station after all. But excuse me, let me look at the map from closer. You can clearly see it's what I bombed. You even have the point where the road forked. And the bombs made huge blast. It's not like I dropped, hey, cyanide, hi, buongiorno. No, not really. Well, it did go well for the German player. I guess he got what he wanted. Ah, yeah, no, the mixer. I forgot the mixer. It's not going to start like this. Well, I mean, in theory, I did drop the bombs. Something will have been damaged. Points are not everything, right? What's really important is to help the war effort, and I certainly damaged that station, or in any case, the surrounding infrastructure. So let's start this thing already, and kill the fighter as well, or at least try to. Might be difficult to find him, huh? Might be difficult, but I'll try. He was waiting just for that, for a guy to go and rush the station, overlooking it possibly. Oh, start this engine. Doesn't want to start. First engine stop. Perfect. Just what I wanted. The usual thing with this guy. Do really have to respawn, I guess. No, wait, another try? Oh, there's someone else. Come on, start the engine, we can go with him. Does nothing. Maybe with this. It seems bugged, to tell you the truth. Okay, finish mission, but hurry up. I respawn and try again. Raigorod, always this thing. MiG is the fastest. I want to shorten the waiting times. He was waiting for that. He was waiting for someone to give off his location, just like I did. But I mean, what can you have? You have no escort in theory. You see no enemies. It's pretty natural to go and attack the target. Too bad he was waiting for just that. Let's do some fighter suppression. I see he's having some problems to start his engine as well. Because in this game it's not so easy. Priming cylinders with fuel. Well, now I know the procedure has been started, so... A start valve open. First engine magneto. Yeah, so the MiG. This is probably the fastest fighter in this era of the Russian side. It's pretty snappy, I think. It's good for boom and zooming, and should reduce gradually our waiting times until we get to the front line. I also forgot to remove the extra fuel, but I mean, on a fighter like this, it's not the biggest difference in the war. Besides, we won't be doing fast turning dogfight with this quantity of people in the round. We will just be trying to ambush him before he can ambush us. Just an attempt, I mean. I said if I see no action, I will leave the server, but actually we found action, even if we would have preferred not to. So I'm going to hunt him a bit. Let's do it. The MiG doesn't have an RPM lever. No, you just push the throttle. Having some trouble starting the engine. Perhaps you can ask if he needs a push. Yeah, perhaps. I will have to look if he takes off after me, because it would be more fun to go in formation, I guess. I guess I'll overfly the airfield and see if he takes off. Well, if he doesn't take off, it's also possible that he just spawned and went AFK. It's a slow match after all at this time in the morning. It's possible they're just waiting for their friend to connect or something like that. What temperature. Open the radiator. And he's moving. He's taking off sideways because no one respects the goddamn landing strip in this game. They just go whatever direction they please. Also, there is no air traffic control and all that. So I guess, no? But no, I think he was having some problems with the engine after all. He's now sitting nicely on the ground. I guess we won't be waiting for him. That guy right there is someone practicing at downtimes of the server while hoping that no one sees him. How fate has proven enemy of that approach. Unfortunately, to even be caught by a streamer looking quite the fool like that. Now, where did he go? He's respawning, I guess. Look, they're playing in any case. Okay, as you can see, our progress is much faster with the fighters, so no long waiting times anymore. And I guess we best climb. Yes, because now we don't want to pass unnoticed. We just want to make battle. Of course, if I don't spot him in turn, it will be a bad approach. Possibly. yes, it could be an approach. Or maybe they have that typical Russian thing where for every plane there are like 5 pilots, and he doesn't like it. He wants to even up the number of plane and pilots, destroying some of these, or maybe killing himself in the process. I'm no longer following the topic of discourse, but you have to understand, I'm keeping a MiG in the air while I devise such strong and weird stories of our scenario. Okay, we're following the river basically, as you can clearly see. So I would say 2000 and a half. I mean, against the German BF 109, you can expect them to perform at high altitude better than you in any case. So the purpose here is to ambush, but also to remain at an efficient operative altitude. Around 2000 and a half. The MiG, I don't know if I have to lean the mixer. Let me check it out. Apparently so. Yeah, it's smoking quite a bit. Let's put it at 80%, maybe open the radiator. No, the radiator is even too open. So let me check. No more smoke. You have to do the smoke check. If you're smoking, you're much more visible, and in this game, visibility is everything, compared to War Thunder, where everyone will spot you no matter what. Someone's destroying targets in any case. If it was only the ground defenses, I would have returned to base, because yeah, they damaged one engine, but not badly. The problem was the playing weight. That would have been quite difficult to counteract without an escort. We're already midway to Stalingrad, more or less. Only another 20 kilometers. Someone's calling that is wounded. Yeah, let's keep looking around. Probably the action will be closer to the objective. I wish I got some message telling me that one of the objectives is under attack, because I would be able to go there and maybe interdict the enemy. We're going above 400 km per hour. As I said, the MiG is quite fast. I could even go 100%. Russian planes, you don't have to worry too much about overstressing the engine. The only thing you have to care for is the temperature. Until you see the high temperature message, you can do whatever the hell you please. Compared to the Germans, where everything is automatic, but if you go past the specs, you're gonna break the plane. In a few minutes even. This is the Soviet train objective. Perhaps I should look at these objectives, even just the layout. It might come in handy, if not today, the next time I try to do a ground run. Because yeah, I was absolutely sure I was hitting the station. But as you saw, despite the fact that I was dropping my bombs right on target, according to the map, yeah, it didn't count. So even if it looks like a railway station, maybe it isn't. And this brings me to the question, how the heck does a train station look in this game? Let's have a look, I say. Right by the river to the front of me. It would be that, I presume. Well, the one I bombed looked more like a railway station to me than this. This looks like a military depot. In fact, it isn't, probably, because it would be ahead of me. Ah, the smoke, you see, the smoke tells you. Well, I bombed the smoke. Then never mind. Did I see something green in that direction? No, just another object. Okay, climbing. And moving to the enemy area, where we presume to find the fighter from before. That's a goddamn train right there. Is it even moving, I wonder? I think it's too forward, actually, because it's supposedly above the station. So it would be... Guys, I don't know. Everything is in ruin. This is Stalingrad. How do you tell which of this is a station? You have the train, of course, yeah, but that's not part of the objective, I presume. It's also away from the station. Mysterious mysteries of the game. If I were on the German side, I'd be just unsure about my target, to tell you the truth. Perhaps you know what would be the best practice to actually go single player and do this kind of objectives. So we now return to the place where you were bounced. I didn't detect the enemy fighter though. It might have been a low level. Good question now. I presume not. Considering the usual tactics of the Germans, it's very likely that he was hiding at cloud's altitude, ready to swoop down. You're very visible when you drop your bombs, no? Even if they don't see the plane, there will be the smoke coming from the impacts. So they don't care about staying at low altitude. They just overlook with patience, they wait there for someone to do what I just did. So no, I would look for him at a high altitude. Of course, nothing gives us we can't be sure he will still be there, but I guess it's likely, no? If I were him, I would expect for the enemy bomber to return. Or maybe he's smarter than that and he expects me to do what I just did, return with a fighter. So yeah, it's another time not a sure win situation, rather the opposite. But I guess, looking for action, you best take these challenges, otherwise you will never find some. So let's scout in all directions. Indeed, you never know, sometimes in this game you suddenly see a very slight movement. Yeah, that's the enemy. The enemy is absolutely not attacking the objectives, by the way. And in fact, as I suspected, no one is scoring much. I think with this number of players I was the only one imprudent enough to go with a bomber, because they will all jump you. He was concealed in clouds, I agree, a BF-109 from above, okay. Thank you, Cyanide, for your comments. I think you're very much on point. Let's see and find this guy. So, we're coming from the direction of the German convoy. You see how many clouds? They seem to be really placed on the right place. They're perfectly useful for concealing yourself while you guard the enemy objectives, unfortunately. But they will serve also my purpose. I can use them to try and go stealthy. In this game, unlike War Thunder, clouds actually do conceal your plane, but we also have an advantage. In VR, they're somewhat glitchy. At least with the old version of the Steam VR, they glitch out. They can give you an impression very faintly visible when a plane is there. So actually, clouds should work to my advantage here. They don't continue all the way to the objective though. Now that I'm within them, I can see. I should also check my 6 from time to time. Still a weakness of mine. It's quite cloudy, look at this. All direction. The clouds of this game are very good. I would call them at least at the level of what you see in a civilian flight sim like X-Plane. They're much superior to War Thunder and other similar games. War Thunder, it's like an on-off state, no? When the map is cloudy, you just have this overcast on certain areas of it. Here, they're actual objects with a shape and even a shadow. I don't know if you ever noticed, but the clouds in this game cast a shadow. That's an hell of a detail, I love it. Okay, German train station to our left. Here it is indeed, that's where I died earlier. Completely undamaged, despite the 2 huge bombs and the entire assortment of rockets. Let's see. I will try to come from the other direction than the one expected. So let's do a turnaround past the station. If he really doesn't come, I might bait him by strafing the train, but that's a last resort because the moment you do it, he instantly knows where you are. Hunting for the hunter right now. A dangerous endeavor if there ever has been one. I lost sight of the station. Well, okay, it's more behind than I thought. There. And the coast seems clear. That's one of the useless airfields. This is perfect for lying in ambush. Now I understand how he surprised me. Very advantageous weather to the enemy. Of course you have to take that into account. This game even has wind direction. You have to keep many more things in mind than just the position of the sun when you attack targets. Shall we pass right above it? Might be dangerous. No, anti-air won't shot me at this altitude. We are what? More than 2000. I don't think they have flak. They would be just machine guns and they don't reach this high. But he might be looking this direction. In any case, I can dive to the clouds if it gets really bad. Ooh, I'm smoking. What the heck? Right, you have to lean your mixture more if you're high. Okay, put it to 80%. It's gone, I think. Yeah, but I was smoking very faintly in any case. Hunting the hunter. The clouds provide you with an advantage of surprise. It's exactly where you want to be. At this very moment, I agree, 100%. Good observation, okay. Let's see where this guy might be. Someone is destroying objectives in any case. I don't know if friend or foe. Ah, look at that. Someone crashed. Someone crashed in the vicinity of the jetty. That seems to imply one of our friends has been shot down there, you know? Because why would an enemy crash by the objective? By his own objective, I mean. That's the German convoy, I think. Because the station is on the other way. Now, unfortunately, the game already removed the smoke effect, which realistically shouldn't happen. But it is, of course, just a game. In any case, if an enemy was shot down there, I would check these clouds right in front of me. They appear clear. German convoy is right in front of me. I feel like Sherlock Holmes more than a warrior of the skies. It's an interesting experience for sure, not one you can have when the server is full. Because you know it's there, no? It's like a battle royale basically. You don't see the enemy, but you know that it's there. Heck, he killed me just a few minutes ago. German convoy. Is this convoy, by the way? On the road? Here the clouds are really thick. would be the place, I guess, even if I cannot see the objective yet. In front of me, probably they put it inside the town, I guess. After this we do something more action-packed as well. It's just that I had come to the realization that I wanted my revenge, but unfortunately, yeah, go find him. Go find him indeed. It's not a convoy, these are like crates strewn by the road. Now you see how it is. Sometimes you bomb the objective, you don't get points. Sometimes you go to the objective, it's not even there. I don't see the convoy, probably it moved. And when it moves, the map icon doesn't move with it, unfortunately. Tell you what, I'll strafe the train to attract the enemy attention, because otherwise we will be here forever doing nothing. Whereas if I actually damage the train, it should get even a notice. And possibly come for me, so we can have this combat. With the MiG I can be fast about it, in any case. I wish to do it at the convoy, but the convoy is invisible, so let's do it at the German train station. The smoking thing is the train, I presume, even if it didn't look like one. That's the... I think I'm looking at an airfield, but I don't see it on the map. More to my left. Oh shit, he found me. He found me while I wasn't checking the 6. So you see, indeed he was there. And he also found me. Let's try to extend. I'm fast, but probably not as fast as an enemy BF-109. I think he lost me though. He's no longer on my 6. Unfortunately I'm smoking, so it won't take long to find me again. Well, no need to strafe anything anymore. We're actually in combat. Okay, I will climb back towards the cloud so that my smoke will be less visible, and yes, I best open the radiator a bit. He found me before I could find him. Where the heck are you? Oh, and here it is, boom and zooming as they always do. But the MiG is fast, faster than he expects possibly, even though I'm starting to lose engine power. No, I will never hit him at this range. Engine damage, unfortunately. He found me again before I could find him. Indeed, indeed. Well spoken, cyanide. Now we'll come back from that direction, I suppose. I gotta climb. I am very low power and the engine will die eventually. But before it, I guess, we can try and give him a run for his money. Oh, I absolutely don't understand where he disappeared. Probably the clouds. And he somehow made a turn after me, but he's got a bit of a shit aim. In fact, if I hadn't turned so half-assedly, I could have hit him at this point. This time let me follow him with sight, because I did a big mistake there by not doing it. Okay, you see what he's doing. He's using his extra energy to do the turn and come from behind. This time we'll be waiting. Maybe he expects me to stay as sitting duck. Here he comes. Now, compared to War Thunder here, avoiding a boom and zoom is actually more doable, because Henry in general is harder. But I'm afraid, yeah, if he didn't have the first shot, yes, maybe, but now the engine is gone. And there's very little I can do. Well, it was an interesting challenge for sure, even if I ended up losing, but at this point we go to a different playing scenario, because yeah, it will be here like this again and again. Maybe eventually I'll win, but in any case just take off, come all the way to the front line and meet that single guy. Server's half empty and all that. Let's slow down before crash landing. It should work, to tell you the truth, unless he comes and finishes me. Lower the gear. What a ratless guy. Of course he wants the kill. But he will get it nonetheless, I guess. Doesn't have to kill me. Ooh, I didn't. I slowed down too much. Okay, a bit heavy maybe. Wounded. overturn the plane. Do you think I leave? Personally I do, but I don't care that much. Let's go to a different playing scenario. Too few people to play on this server, let's say the truth. Let's say the truth like it is. I will do at this point skip the campaign, which is the more action-packed situation. And also, yeah, I'm almost at the end of the Russian one, so good prospect. For this I would go unlimited ammo, so we can go and do more action. Over time, you have a weather. Flight assignment. As part of a flight, cover the ground forces in Stalingrad. Okay. I will be flying BF. So it's not the Russian one, it's the German campaign. Well, we'll see in any case. Picture of Astuga doesn't mean necessarily anything, these are random selected. That server looks half empty with the size of the map, even with 50, 60 people. You can imagine when you have 10. It's gonna be like that again and again. Okay. What is this? I cannot reduce the fuel. It's locked. Okay. We're actually carrying the gun pods here. I guess we're doing ground support. He actually told me that. Well, it's interesting. You can see them. Here they are, under the wings. Should add quite a bit to the firepower of the BF. Which version am I flying, by the way? I think it's the E. No, the G for this. Well, of course, the interceptor ground attack one. Okay, remove the pause, start the engine, let's go. No, the engine is already started in this campaign. Did they stop it? Apparently not. Perfect. Perfect. And I think I'm the flight commander, so I might go and take off over. We also have external view, which is fairly spectacular, so why not use it? And I am remembered by that guy to actually lower my flaps. And okay, I had stopped the engine. I would restart, it's instantaneous, no need to restart the stupid engine. Yeah, I pressed E out of habit when I spawned. I thought I have to start the engine. No, the engine was already going. It's a short loading, I promise. These are the biplanes from the Flying Circus expansion that you can only use to play multiplayer, basically. Otherwise, I would have bought them. It's a bit limited as an expansion. You just buy the planes. Yeah, indeed. Hey, thank you for your comments, Cyanide. You've been very enthusiastic about this session. I love it. I always am glad of finding people that like playing games like me. Yeah, the BFG version. These are rather graceful planes. I discovered to my expense that they're also excellent turn fighters, as we promptly demonstrated in that failure of a multiplayer session. So let's try to be up to the task of using them properly this time. Didn't even bother with the flats. Let's do it. Moving to Stalingrad. Supporting the ground troops is our mission, it seems. Yeah, I've been told by Nix the other day that the main telling sign that you're actually behind a BF is this air intake to the side of the cockpit. It's very distinctive. The only plane that does it is the G version, I think. But when you see it, you know that you're behind a German. And you gotta start shooting if you play the Russian side like I more often do. Okay, let's move back, throttle down from combat mode so as not to overstress the engine. And since we're playing single player, we can also use the advantage of the time compression. Let's engage also the labels so we can find the objective more easily and go for it. So, ground troops, I think I see them down there already. Auto level on, perfect. Wouldn't even climb more than this, it is a ground support mission after all. These are possibly... I was going to say tanks, but probably no. They must be troop carriers. Maybe the half-tracked one, I don't remember the name, typical of this phase of the Operation Barbarossa, when they seemed so intent on capturing the cities of Stalingrad and Moscow, with an outcome that we all know changed the turn the tide of the war. Let me see these things. No, they disappear when you zoom. It's the usual visual bug. Yeah, you see how it is. You zoom, they're no longer there. Especially in VR. 15 kilometers. approaching the city from the west, of course. The river is basically the front line, with some exception. Spartanovka. Wasn't Spartanovka the district of the city where there was the famous apartment buildings where the Russian resistance held the Germans for a lot of days, with a quantity of deaths that boggles the mind? The Battle of Stalingrad was extremely bloody. And air forces played a major part. The city is already burning at this point, as you can see. We're ahead in the campaign. What am I seeing there? Friendly, no enemies yet. Hey, Nix, you playing War Thunder this afternoon? Like in my afternoon session, I mean? Well, I will certainly take part, 100%. If you tell me so, I will be there. I decided to go with this today for the sake of variety, but I mean, I haven't played today, so War Thunder in the afternoon sounds perfect. To do it with you especially. Thank you for showing up, by the way. 6 kilometers to the objective. Where are these Russians? Ah, that's the typical visual glitch. I work now. By the way, I'm not sure if I get on early. I will try to. Well, you know when I start. You know the time of day when I start playing. The smoke seems to imply the battery is there, but I don't see any sign. Yes, my wingman? Ah, by the way, guys, you don't hear sound, but it's just because time compression is engaged. Even if it doesn't compress this time much, it stops the audio. At least it does that. I see no targets though. Waypoints pass. You have arrived at the designated area to start patrolling. Okay. And apparently, yes, an objective has appeared to the right. So, let's start to it. Indeed, there are ground troops. We're doing the strafing, it seems, on this mission. Might be interesting. So, turn off time compression, and let's look at these targets. I will also tell the wingmates to engage. Fight leader orders. Attack the ground target. Yeah. Ah, they were much worse down than I thought. What are these? Almost invisible. They look like artillery. Well, of course, green on green. You have to look at the puffs of smoke. Enemies around? None. Okay, here they are. Fighters are coming. Good, they will make more interesting. And now I gotta concentrate on this thing. Look at the battle raging underneath. This is the final part. The city is completely in ruins. It's incredibly grim. Really the end of the world for these people. Okay. Well, I might engage the labels just briefly because these targets are goddamn invisible. Okay. Yeah, the power of the machine gun pods. What do you say? It looked like I did some damage. How's the stream? Okay, this one? No, it's fun. We have less online players at this time of the day, but the game is cool even single player. That's a great advantage compared to War Thunder, no? This game does have single player. Ooh, here's the enemy fighter, okay. Finally some dog fighting. Let's do it. The servers are very empty at this time of day, unfortunately. That's the reason I had stopped to play at this time of day. But since I haven't done single player in a while, it's okay, I guess. The game remains fun, no matter how you play it. Even the AI knows that it's got to boom and zoom you. I destroyed one vehicle, okay. It was a transport vehicle. Well, it didn't look like a transport vehicle, it was shooting. And we have some enemies coming from the clouds. Yak 1, Yak 1, Yak 1. I will be more advanced at this fight. It's okay, yes, one. So Yak 1, yes, confirm. I'm a bit worried about the engine mode, yeah, because I have to disable the HUD to make the game run better, but I don't get technical messages like that. It's not like the actual pilot of the plane had a clear point at which he knew the combat mode was engaged, or at least I don't know about it. And actually it's very important to know which is the combat mode, lest you want to overstress and break the engine in a German plane. Someone shooting at you. Russian, yes. Seems damage, or maybe just smoking. Yeah, yes, but I got a turn. There's someone on my turn. As you can see. If he was a player, I wouldn't be laughing now. But luckily, yes. AI players are less... AI planes, are less efficient. Look at this ass maneuvering. Here you come. Yeah. Let's try to anticipate the turn like this. I guess it might work, no? The Yak turns better than my plane. But they will go a bit wide, I suppose. Is that him? Did he go all the way up there? No idea. Wow. Starting to get a bit messy. That's the Russian plane already damaged. I guess I'll join the pursuit. I hit him. Yeah. Let's finish him. Jaeger. He's constantly saying Jaeger. Doesn't Jaeger mean like hunter? Maybe it means fighter aircraft. That's what Jaeger means in this context. Again, 1 km 3. Yeah, increase the speed. I'm worried about the state of the engine. I don't see the mode unfortunately. But it's not like it shows up even if I turn on the HUD. What is this? Maybe it's got easy engine management engaged. I don't know. But I'll be soon able to shoot, it seems. Starting to look very good. Yeah, case in point, gunnery is difficult in this game, as you can see. That looked like a hit to me. And now it was a hit. Still not enough to bring it up. Planes are sometimes much more fragile, sometimes much more hardy than War Thunder in this game. As you can see. You really have to hit the weak points, but I think it's going now, yeah, at this point it is. There's another one coming. Whoa! Look what I'm doing. I wouldn't be doing it to a real player, but I guess. This is very good practice for player dogfights in any case. You learn the maneuvers that can work. It was a pretty crazy maneuver. I would never have attempted it in multiplayer, and yet it would have worked just as well. And look where it put me. Perfect alignment. Whoa! Watch out! He's losing more energy than him. It's an heavier plane, I think. That's made of fucking wood. You can see the difference it makes in a tank fight. I'm not getting. I mean, if he starts playing straight, it might look very different in a while. And he doesn't seem to be that smart as to keep turning. I hit him, I think. I saw some smoke. Well, it looked like a hit, but apparently not. I'm really worried about the engine. I get no notice. I think easy engine management must be enabled. Unless I start going straight a bit more, I'll never catch him. And besides, I'm not even supposed to do it. I should be going back to the battle. He's out of it in any case. I'm wasting my time. But if I see him... I think he's actually returning to base, because the airfields here are very close to the front line. No, let's turn away. Makes no sense. He's escaping by now. Let him. I'm leaving the site of the battle completely to chase this one guy. As you can see. Also, are these enemy? No, I mean friendly bombers. They could be 110s, I guess. Yeah, that's a 110. So, time compression on. Let's return to the action. A couple of fighters coming from there. Hard to spot as always. Ah, I think I saw them. No. That's silence on the ground. According to the map, they're more to the right of me. They are going away as well. We don't care about these guys. I got my kills. Let's do the tasked objective, meaning ground support the troops. Objective is there. Oh, there's an LA5. LA5 even, huh? In fact, you can see it's faster. I'll never catch it, I guess. But it's flying straight, so then again. Let me see the distance. Increasing fast, actually, but now he turns into my friend. No, look at this. I'll catch him now. He's attacking, despite the fact that he seems damaged. Because he's a stupid AI. The smoke of the battlefield does make it feel like the tanks are better, graphics is much better. You cannot say anything to it. The graphics of this game is really cool. I think my friend is not having it good at the moment. They should really update the graphic engine for War Thunder like some other free-to-play games did recently. It will make a hell of a difference. Make it feel a bit more fresh, no? At this point in time you can do much even without increasing the system requirement, I think. It uses outdated technology, that's the thing. Okay, down he goes. Friend is damaged but not dead. So, what else? I was trying to play multiplayer at first, Nix, but in the morning, no, it's empty. No hops there. But it's also cool like this, I guess. Okay, that's German. Let's return to the city where our target was. I have the gun pods underneath the wings, you see them? Just barely. You will have to look at the other view, wait. I don't remember how did I select? Ah, yeah, like, no. I don't remember where I have the view. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, you have the gun pods. It's a cool plan. I love to unlock it also in War Thunder. Yeah, it was made to run on 2 generations of console away from now. Before now, I mean. Too bad you have some strange visualization glitch. You see, as soon as I turn my... I think this comes from VR. Should show up in the stream as well. Well, here not so much. It's the cloud that's covering the smoke. But sometimes things on the ground suddenly disappear for no reason. As shown it at the beginning of this mission, it's very apparent with ground targets, unfortunately. It makes it much harder to hit the enemy when you have to do it. According to the map, we have a couple of fighters coming from that direction. Yeah, I think I'm seeing it. No, possibly I was seeing the friends. Might be worthy of an interception. You hear no sound because I'm using time compression now to shorten our waits. Look at the water on the windshield. This is something I love. Ooh, they're much above what I expected. Almost invisible. No, I don't think I can. I can see the smoke, but these are bombers. PA2s, I presume. Let me see if I'm gaining. No, of course I'm not. These are in the stratosphere. No ways to catch. How's the mission? Not completed, of course, because we were supposed to engage the ground troops. Let's do just that. They were right on the river. Like before the smoking fire there. And I think I just saw possibly the smoke coming from their guns. It's like a line of artillery vehicles of some kind. Don't remember the exact location. Probably, yeah, now I can see it. There's a line a bit down south. Label it for a sec. Well, not these. These are different. But I'm not sure. Or maybe they moved, eh? It's also possible. Yeah. No, they're trucks, basically. Trucks. Troop carriers. We can destroy them easily, okay. Now I'll be slower after this turn, so it's actually doable. Unless I destroy these, the mission will never complete, so we best. Okay, here they are. Using a bit, cheating just a bit with the labels, because you see they're freaking invisible, and also we want to move ahead with the story, of course. That's our purpose here. Strange. I was sure I was destroying them. We'll take another pass, I guess. Well, one is smoking, yeah. I don't know if it was my doing. Possibly. Primary objective in progress. And then we do another pass. If the central command wants this truck dead, we gotta do it. We gotta kill the goddamn trucks. Yeah, you find them. Let's use the label a bit. Okay. Oh, the smoke makes it even harder. Okay. No, but they're there. They are magical labeling technology from the future. Why does it reset my view every time? Unless I keep the labels during the attack, we'll never complete this. Okay. Also, I think I should go a bit longer with my run. I'm coming too directly to them. Oh shit! No, okay, friend. My god, gave me a scare. Well, I'm so slow to do the ground run. Okay, now I'm in good positioning. I'll keep the labels, maybe even slow down the time, because, yeah, how many passes do we have to do on this thing? Yeah, Matrix bullet time, these suckers. Go, and one, and done. 8 and senses, look at this. I'm Neo from the Matrix. Okay, not more than one on one pass though. And there's one final one left. admitting it's what we need to complete the mission. I mean, no, you do one pass, you do two passes. If it doesn't work, you best use your superpowers, their maximum extent. Coming a bit straight down, but sure, I guess it might work, especially if I do it again the same way. Okay. What now? We're not done, it seems. I see targets being bombed, which is good in our case. Still a ground target according to the map. No, now it's gone. Let me turn around. I wish you could padlock ground target. That's friendly, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, but we made the planes go away when we attacked them. They were very, probably low ammunition. I don't know. As soon as we started engaging them, they were gone. It might be that they come back from the airfield, which is close, by the way. And yeah, there is fighting on the other side of the river. I mean, air combat. And with labels, I cannot see the final target, which apparently should be on the city outskirts down there. There's nothing here. They're all destroyed. Look at that. These are destroyed. That's destroyed. Maybe he wants me to engage the fighters, and here they are indeed. Let's do it. Giants. Ah, during the ground run, you mean? Well, or do you mean the entire game is running in slow-mo? If that is so, there's something wrong. I don't know, man. Perhaps the performance, we're really stretching here, with the entire city standing under us. Well, I used a bit of slow-mo to do the ground run, because after 3 passes I was getting bored with it. I wanted to move on. Maybe you're just pointing at the fact that it was a bit chilly. I know, man, it was. I'm the first one to admit it. Won't do it in air combat as well. And we are going to meet air combat real soon, so it's alright, I guess. I'll tell you the same thing I told Nix too. I intended to play multiplayer, but the server is fucking empty at this time of day, during the weekdays. I guess single player has its charm though, to have this kind of external views during gameplay is always cool. So where are these fighters indeed? Here it is. Yeah! I am the kind of player that uses from time to time every advantage to win. Well, especially in games that are this difficult. After all, what do you want to see on a stream? The same battle again and again and again, or different battles that change during the course of it? Here's our Yak 1. I presume it will be a Yak 1, they were earlier. You see, no need for slow motion in air combat. That would be very unfair to the enemy pilot, and we respect him too much, even if he's not a real person. Yeah, how do you like it? There's another one. We're surrounded. I didn't know the game could do that. You lower the time compression, basically. The same button that lowers the time compression can go past 0. And yeah, you can even half stop the time. It makes from some cool shots, no? Especially with external view. Look at this. Isn't it spectacular? You could make a screensaver out of this. I would install that screensaver immediately, to tell you the truth. Turn realism down. I only ever played the game in hardcore realistic. No, you don't need to turn down anything. It's just a key binding. It's just a key binding you can input. About the realism, good question. I think there is something wrong here, because I didn't check the options, but my engine never breaks. I've been running it at like 100%, which is completely wrong. I don't know what I did. There must be a wrong option. What I did do intentionally is to put in unlimited ammunition, because when I stream in single player missions, I want them to last for a while. It's more fun that way, more fun to watch, and well, yeah, also to play, of course, which is kind of important. Otherwise, we would be already returned to base with a fair mission, whereas, as I said, I want to show a variety of situations. Also, yeah, what the heck is the objective of this? Because I destroyed all the ground troops. Let's destroy the fighters too, and then something will happen, I guess. Still got plenty of fuel. I think I'm gaining. Ah no, that's a friend. Okay, never mind. We have an enemy behind, and another enemy behind. Yeah, and 3 of them are left, it seems. Yeah. Orange tracers, that's the Russian right there. And I see him diving. I see him diving towards the tracers. He's engaging someone down low, I guess. That's also smoking. Looks Russian. Looks Russian. Yeah, it's the enemy. Not using the labels for identification purposes because it's good practice. It's so hella hard in this game that you gotta learn it at every occasion. In this particular situation it's not too difficult, to tell you the truth. I'm almost blacking out, unfortunately. I think I hit him. Someone else is shooting him, not me, I hope. Oh. You see, you play single player, you have all the action you want. Just play single player if you're needing action. This is pretty cool to play, to tell you the truth. Of course it will be easier, but what can I do if the server is empty? Probably have the engine management set to simple and will throttle back a bit rather than letting the engine die. Yeah, it's hella convenient if you ask me. It's probable. No, I just... now I see a mod. Now I am in combat mode. I didn't even have a mod indicated there. But you know what's the thing? When you play single player, you best disable the HUD. It makes the game run a lot better for some reason. I think you knew it. If you've been playing for a while, you would. I think I'm getting kill stolen by a bot. Isn't that annoying? Okay, as long as the guy dies. And I now have a return to base objective. So probably I have to return to base, you know. It will complete the mission once I'm there, I hope. Ah, but that's the enemy still alive. Wait a minute. So I haven't got kill stolen. Yet. Well, he won't be living for much longer. But we can even shorten his life a bit more. Maybe not, because I risk hitting him actually. I almost crashed into the guy. It's going down in any case. Who cares? Going down, right? Not following me. Imagine if it follow me. Nah, impossible. That guy might be returning to base though. Let's not let him. I'm becoming fast. Ah no, but okay, it's going down. It turned at the very last moment and it was clear. Another one there. Okay, that's the final fighter, I guess. We might as well get him, even if the objective didn't tell us to. Oh shit, he's also turning into me, which is a bad thing, especially at this altitude with my plane. Let's try to extend a bit. Why the heck? It's no longer padlocked. Then he was a friend, I guess. Okay. Or he crashed. I see him suspectfully stopped on the ground, actually. He crashed during the maneuver. For strange as it may seem. Well, okay. I mean, primary objective in progress. But it tells us to return to base. Let me check the mission briefing again. Throtting back to continuous. Engaging autopilot. I mean auto level, basically it's not a true autopilot. And what does it say? Wait for the pair of fighters to take off. Mission, flight aid, mission and goal. Land on the northern runway. Yeah, the end goal is landing, so it won't count for a mission completion until I do it. So let's land. 37 kilometers is not much on a BF-109. Increase maximum time compression. Targets of opportunity over there, but I see no reason of risking it. Also, they are not part of the ground battle of Stalingrad, so we don't care. They will be their reinforcements, I guess. So yes, we passed the river, we passed the city, we passed the woods, and then here's our airfield. Ah, by the way, James, this is the famous scripted campaign. Isn't it cool? It's better than the career mission, in my opinion. At least you have a certain degree of action that is guaranteed. Something useful to fall back to when the servers are empty. That's more artillery. Shooting hard. It is, after all, the freaking Battle of Stalingrad. That's heavy machine gun fire. Soldiers hidden in the ruins of the city. Imagine again that models the battle in the ground, in addition to the one at altitude, and maybe with players playing both in and below the sky. That was the intention of the original Battlefield games. Now they lost it a bit, I think. Vehicles are handled in a different way in the modern Battlefield games, more like streaks for the players that do well. You are not wrong, of course. That wasn't anti-air, though. Huh? They were artillery. They were artillery guns, I think, shooting to the city. In theory, part of our objective, but at that point I just didn't care. In any case, yeah, not a very realistic behavior from me. You're right at pointing it out. Indeed. Look at formation flying. So easy when you have an AI taking care of the other planes. Still not sound, but just because time compression, blah blah blah. You can do whatever. They will stay in formation. Look at this. They're so good. So obedient. What? Trying to surprise them? No, but you cannot surprise them. Very reactive AI, at least in that respect. Just 10 kilometers from the, 12 runway. I should be able to spot it. We're in the air of the 48 PC, which supposedly is an army. This is a line of troops joining the ground battle, but we did our part, I guess. And that's a city, but not the airfield. This is the airfield, okay. No, wait. No, actually, yes, it's this, because it's not right on the... But wait a minute, am I supposed to land there? No, this is not my airfield. I'm supposed to turn right and then go to the other airfield. Haha, imagine the embarrassment if I landed there. The airfield is there. Yeah, that's my airfield. There's already people landing. I might as well turn on the lights. We're in friendly territory now. Maybe shoot a flare for celebration. Which was the button? This. Yeah! Shoot another cover. We won! Stalingrad is ours. Well, not quite. There's another couple of missions. Falcon! You have the wing-mounted cannons. These apparently harsh performance and make the roll rate better. They were on by default because it was a ground support mission. You couldn't even remove it. The customization of the plane was disabled. What's my speed? 400. Okay, best flare. Flare, not shoot a flare. Flare the plane, meaning make it go slower by turning this way and that. About 200 should do, I guess. don't slow down too much now because yeah, it will look a bit ugly. And I start lowering the gear because yeah, it takes a while to go down in this plane. Look at that. It takes a while. You gotta be careful. I broke the plane once expecting it to be already down. I'm out of alignment. Also there's a big bomber coming, so it's best that I'm out of alignment actually. Otherwise I crash into him. That's the one you was flying the other day, James, I think. I think I'm a bit fast to tell you the truth, but it should work nonetheless. Yeah, external view makes it really easier. Yeah, it was fairly spectacular with the bomber there. Watch out. And don't make it spin too much. Let me see the bomber. Yeah, hold safely on the ground. Also, I'm spending my... excuse me. You have the wing more. Also, I'm spending my evenings trying to finish The Witcher 1 at the moment. Bought the physical special edition in 2008. It has sat on my shelf in 3 different houses, man. Incredible. After 12 years, I felt like I should probably play it. Runs at 136, I cannot see the number. 130 FPS and max. And looks good on a G-Sync monitor. Yeah, G-Sync monitor make all their games look awesome, I know, man. Because they run on the full frame rate. I was speaking about Warframe the other day when we were playing together, and Warframe is a good example of that. A super fast game, no? With lot of moving characters everywhere. And it's one of the few games that you can actually run with present-day computers at 144 frames per second. Actually, my monitor is a bit... it has an overclock function. It goes up to 165. And to play what's the name? Warframe, yeah. The Space Ninja game, you know which. At full speed on that monitor, well, it's quite cool. Mission accomplished, good. The Russian. What an interesting title. But well, before going for another mission of this, let me see if the server populated a bit, because I'd rather still play multiplayer, if at all possible. 22, no, same as before. Morning is single player, there's no way around it. 18 players on Wings of Liberty. Volga Riverside. If the map changes to the Cuban one, I might go there. Because that map is smaller, it would work. Let's fly a different plane though, not do the same thing twice in a row, then we go back there. I was having fun with the Tempest campaign that I was playing the other day. I think it's this one. The one in fact is a bit more progressive. I create 3000 pilots and then never go ahead with their little stories. 165. So you got the one from Asus like me, I guess. It's an Asus monitor, right? Well, for these old games, it's amazing. Also, The Witcher 1, from what I remember, was cool. I played it back in the day. I think I didn't finish, though. It was the period when I started many games and never finished them. I have to skip the day. Okay, I was at the end of it. I hope this is the Tempest campaign, but I think so. The one I was playing for Britain was the Tempest one. This is from the Operation Bodenplatte DLC, meaning that we will be doing mostly airfield defending. Well, it depends. Let's see. Air operation were suspended. What does it mean? The latest newspaper has been delivered. Nothing for us, it seems, because actually we have an enemy vehicle attack. With the Tempest, Mark 5 Series 2, enemy airfield attack and enemy vehicle column. Both of these missions in the same day. One at the 9 of the morning and another at the 3 p.m. Imagine doing that in a day. What a day would it have been? And well, basically like this. Let me check the realism. No, I didn't have throttle auto limit, unless it's a different setting there. Well, unlimited ammo is a big question. Depends. Am I gonna carry bombs? If I'm carrying bombs, I don't want it. Because I would be unable to get rid of them, which is a very bad thing in combat. But apparently not. I'm not carrying bombs, so unlimited ammo is okay. But let me do one thing before starting the mission. The big trick of mine, if you're playing campaign mode, Giants, or anyone else really, do this. You take the waypoint and you put it there, and then you start in there, so you don't have to do the boring gas flight to the objective. This is a very handy trick. And yeah, basically we're ready. Let's load it. I have a feeling this is just a CSGO mode. Most games won't run at 165 FPS. But Witcher 1 would. Warframe does as well. You can also put a crosshair on the screen. It's the same on the monitor that I have. Wait, I'll show you. I'll show you the monitor I'm speaking about, because I can show you easily. It's very similar to mine, I guess. This one. Well, you can faintly tell it's written Asus in here. Is it this or similar? I don't remember the name of this monitor. Well, now I did something stupid because I gotta stand up if I want to bring this back like it was. Yeah. Do you like my monitor swiveling arm? Very handy to have, I tell you. I think it's similar to that. The Asus monitors, they're pretty good. And yes, well, when I see used to do normal playing games instead of VR, I did enjoy it quite a lot. There are several games that make you use it to the max. Let me think about it. Some driving also. I did some driving that looked awesome with it. If you play Assetto Corsa on a monitor, I think you can hit the 165. It's not a very heavy game, making it extremely good for VR, by the way. Let's attack this column of vehicles. Well, of course, for first-person shooter is very good. I used to play, when I played PUBG all the time, I put the details to the minimum to try and achieve the closest to 165 FPS that I could, and sometimes I manage. And well, it gives you an advantage, man, I tell you. People say it doesn't make all that difference, but actually it does. For shooting at the enemies and you're doing snapshots all immediately, well, it works well. Have a look at Command & Conquer Remastered, announced today. And there's a trailer, looks good. Yes, I agree. Unfortunately, I didn't like Command & Conquer that much even back in the day. I always found it a very stylish game, no? It had that cool graphics and design, the cutscenes were fairly awesome for the time. I was also a kid, so the campiness didn't really annoy me. And the very concept of it was a novelty. But the actual gameplay, well, I don't think I ever finished a Command & Conquer game. Maybe the Red Alert series was a bit better, but the original Command & Conquer for me, I don't know, always lacked something. Maybe it didn't have a setting that played well by its own rules. I don't know how to say. You play something like Warcraft, you have an overarching world that works. In fact, it worked so well that they made a fucking MMORPG out of it. But if you do it with Command & Conquer, well, it's generic military. Doesn't tell me all that much. They came from the Dune series of games, by the way, no? That instead was based on that very concept. Okay, James, see you on the weekend, I guess. I hope we'll be playing this together. I hope playing it with you, also when the servers are populated, of course. That was my fun one. Okay, it's about the internet change that I did at home. Still sending messages. Where is the column of the like I said, it's there. You see them? No, me neither. Because the game freaking doesn't draw them. Sometimes it happens. When I turn to them, they should appear. I think it's a VR thing, because actually you would be turning your view, but the game doesn't detect it and doesn't draw the targets. Yeah, if you actually turn your view with the mouse, then they appear. Isn't that stupid? I mean, how long would it take for them to fix it? Nothing, like 2 minutes, and yet they don't, because like I said yesterday with Assetto Corsa, VR players are basically B-class, they don't care. You turn your view, it doesn't draw. If you turn the view with the mouse, then it draws. But idiocy, a sheer idiocy indeed. And these are nice column of vehicles. Where is the sound of the guns? Very subdued for some reason. Should have damaged a couple at least. Yeah. How cool Tempest looks. It's like a beefier Spitfire in a way. I love this plane. Why did the sound sound so subdued? I'll raise the volume, I guess. No, I didn't destroy even one, eh? What the fuck? I will have another guy, what did it? No enemy fighters yet. Good, good. Also, why didn't we carry bombs for this job? This is a question for the base commander to ask. To answer, rather. Ah, the ones already parked by the road. Actually, look how nice they are. They arrange themselves in a very handy line, with even their trucks put sideways, so they're harder to miss. How gentle of these German drivers. They parked basically, waiting for that. Now when I turn they will appear again, magically. And here it is. That's an amazing target right there. So helpfully provided. Look at it. That would be funny if it wasn't ridiculous. Ah, there's trees, okay. Now I understand it better. There's trees. Well, this changes everything. Of course, the trees didn't draw, so it's less stupid than it looked. The trees didn't draw at a distance, yeah. Like this, I cannot hit them. I best hit the ones in the road. Completed secondary objective, but not the primary. Okay, so attack the road, I guess. Yeah.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed. Well done, mate. Not the easiest thing to strafe. Huh. Didn't I select unlimited ammo? Okay, I did shit all. I destroyed one vehicle myself. And now? The mission is not completed. Ah no, wait. Okay, still firing. I did have unlimited ammo in fact. What happened? It's almost like the gun misfired. Too bad because it made me miss the target. Did destroy one though, huh? Let's have another go. No enemy fighters. They just dislike us having fun. Yeah, it's their turn. Boom, boom, let me join the party. I guess I'll keep the labels on at this point. It's hella hard, that's what it is. And until the objective is completed, I'll keep doing it. I think I should go a bit longer, maybe. Yeah, like from here I begin to tell. I don't think so. Ah no, okay, the friend's coming from this side. Target destroyed, good one. At least someone is scoring. Ah, but I destroyed another vehicle on my last pass, okay. I think this is the kind of success you can expect actually, because it's very difficult. Okay. Thanks to the labels. I regret to admit. Primary objective in progress. The enemy will show up eventually, I guess. For as long as it doesn't.
This is Acorn 3, proceeding to base. Over.
Someone is returning to base. Probably they don't have the unlimited ammo like me. So the responsibility sits with the commander. I guess it makes sense. Yeah. And from time to time it doesn't shoot. I guess even unlimited ammo has to like reload. There are little else in the wing that put the ammo back. And it takes some time to do it. I now have 4 ground kills. Well, we're certainly hampering the vehicle column progress. There's no doubts about it. Okay. Not very coordinated with the wingmates. Everyone goes whatever direction he pleases.
Acorn 7, target destroyed.
I don't think I hit anything on this bus too. No, maybe that. I'm at 5 ground kills in any case. How many of these things do we have to kill? They could have given us bombs if it was so difficult to complete. Ah, what the hell? We're practically massacring them, and yet it doesn't end. No, no fighters yet. Okay, I was thinking for a moment that enemy fighters were coming. Unfortunately, not yet. Primary objective in progress. Shit aim. Ah, but it's over. Return to base. Because actually, yeah, I destroyed another vehicle, even if it didn't look like it. Okay, return to base. I'll tell it even to the wingman. Return to base. F7. So, time compression away. Time compressor war is away. And back to base it is. Supposed to go on the rightmost leg of the mission path. What's that? Friendly? Ah, they're already returning. They're returning much slower and faster than me. Because they're smarter, that's why. They're smarter than their commander, apparently. Also, I love the city design from this expansion. I already said it. It's really well designed. Ground attacking, yeah. It gives me that. Actually, I would have liked some enemies to interdict us, but I guess it's historically correct. I mean, we're playing the British in Operation Bodenplatte. I mean, counteracting Operation Bodenplatte. Meaning that we will have their superiority most of the time. Sometimes, the enemy jets will come. If I want to do combat at this stage, I should go probably air combat, I mean, with the German side. Maybe again with the 264, 262, well, the jet. I don't remember the number. You know which I'm speaking about, the twin-engine jet. That will encounter a lot of air resistance, I bet. Next mission is... ooh, there's fighters. Never mind. There's fighters. Okay, cool. So, let's tell the wingman to engage, because I would like me some ground... I mean air battle. Attack air target.
This is Acorn 6, requesting landing approach.
No worries, man. I understand you.
Roger.
It's been a hectic period for me as well. Even if you see me playing at the usual times. BF, what do you say? Hard to tell at this distance. Let's do it. Tempest versus BF. I think I can increase the enemy activity from a slider. I will do it next mission, so we are more sure to encounter them. Shit. Still couldn't identify the team. It's a very high-speed combat. Look at this. Now it's going below the clouds, but still I can see it. You see the glitchiness I was speaking about? VR is like cheating with the clouds. You can see through it. It's a BF, yeah. Later version BF, probably. It even tells you the name. Helmut von Grevenheim. extending and faster than me. Faster than the Tempest here. But I did damage him because he's smoking.
Overview. This is Acorn 3. Landed. Over. Acorn 3. Roger.
You're done. Okay, what? And there's some targets. They will be outnumbered, but still a threat. Let's take him out for the mission command. Make our further operations easier. 4 kilometers, one there, over to the city of Nijmegen. Obviously, a 109. Boom and zoom this plane. You mean I have to boom and zoom the 109s in the Tempest? Okay, I'll try to do it. I'll follow your advice. Oh, look at him. Yeah. He's really asking for trouble, this guy. Oh, shit, I blacked out. Was I pointing toward the ground? Yes. So come back to your senses, please. Okay, I did. Fortunately, now he's got the altitude advantage. So there's 2 of them. Yeah. Ah, my wingmates all went separate direction. How typical of them. They completely left me alone. That's bad behavior, guys. Why did you do it? I hate the wingman AI in this game. Now we're better at this. The best I can survive. Probably.
Acorn 6. Roger. Acorn 4. Roger. Acorn 8. Roger.
Acorn. Apparently our code sign is Acorn because now he's saying Acorn. Seems to imply that.
Acorn 2.
Acorn.
Roger.
Is that a 109? Looks like a Focus. No, it would be strange. I mean, if there are Wingo 109, they will be all the same thing. Well, not that it's going to be a problem shooting him down right now. Yeah. Now it's half of the 109 it used to be. What's the half of 109? Around 75, I guess. Oh shit. Oh shit. No, 55, I mean. Oh shit. Yeah, 1 against 2, because the wingman had to go back to base, you see. They needed to use the bathroom, that's the reason. They was in much of a hurry, but you have to understand them, these wingmen. They just don't care about their commander. Where are you? Where are you? We're in a town fight with a GBF. The G version doesn't start too well, right? Well, it doesn't seem to. Not as well as the Tempest, at least. Didn't hit him. Actually, there's a smoke. It's very faintly visible in this lighting condition, but I do see it. Here it comes back. It's doing very wide turns, but there he can still out-turn me at the very last moment. Watch out now, don't black out on me. Really pushing the endurance of the pilot with this. Because there are turns that last a while. It's better at maintaining energy than me, and I can anticipate the turn since they're so wide. I think I hit it once or twice, yeah, with the aim assist though. And now he's trailing both fuel and oil. Doesn't look too well for him, I think he's finished. Let's make sure of it. At this point, ruthlessly executing the enemy, yeah! The true warrior's way. I don't think it will be even needed, yeah, it's on the ground. And what now? I think we can return to base at this point. Actually, we could just accomplish the mission by saying end. There's no even need to do the landing. This being single player and we are in friendly territory. Yeah, let me double and triple check. Absolutely, because the target was on the red side. We are on the blue side, so yes. Friendly territory. No, you hear where the wingmen are? At base. Requesting landing, okay. As long as you're safe, buddies. I'll be there soon. I'll actually teleport there. I don't care for doing it by hand. Takes too much time. Well, I didn't dislike the fact that fighters did come in the end, so let's do it again, but with more, again, a different mission. I will also increase the enemy activity. A G14, yeah. That's a very modern version of it, I guess, by the number. A later one. I saw the videos that James said that girl Il-2 pilot. What are you speaking about? Wait a second. That's interesting. When did he say about it? I think I missed the comment. He said about the girl Il-2 pilot. I'm gonna pilot the Il-2 before the end of the stream, by the way. I put it in the description, so I must. But let's do another mission this time, maybe we move to that. Enemy airfield attack. Sounds interesting. There should be enemy fighters. Especially if, like I'm going to do, I go to the option, and yes, density of the frontline activity, dense. Difficulty level, I guess I can go to moderate. I didn't even know it was easy, to tell you the truth. But I want unlimited ammo, because it's more fun. For the sake of fun. Okay. Start mission. I guess I missed it. A girl Il-2 pilot? But like modern? Ah, no, back in the day. Ah, this is interesting. I was speaking earlier about the Night Witches, the all-female ground run squadron with the biplanes. I guess you know them. But this one I didn't know. She was an Il-2 pilot. Interesting. She married the commander of the air division. You know that maybe the picture that you have on your plane might be a reference to that, because it's an aviator girl. The one that you have when you select photo and you put a photo in the cockpit. There's an aviator girl. It might be her. Ah no, you're speaking about a YouTuber, okay. I'm very much off the target then. I guess the one I was looking at is more interesting though. I was speaking about an historical character, you're speaking about nowadays YouTuber. What a strange interference of topics, we really live in a strange age. Okay, we're attacking an airfield. Let's do it. That's funny. He was speaking about a YouTuber, me about a real pilot. Okay, increase time compression and go straight to this airfield. We're now overflying. The front line is completely different. Ah, we're going to the right, basically. To the east. Ah, it might not be. Interesting, I guess. Vessel. Now we're flying vessel and moving toward the airfield of Kirchhellen. Some ground things over there. Not a big threat. And that's the airfield. And these? This looks like enemies. Are they on the map? Not yet. I can see much better with the external view. I think I can even see an iron cross from all the way there. Does she play live like me? I don't think many people play this game live. Because of the downtimes, I guess. In fact, yeah, it can work as a stream game, but only if people really like aviation, I guess. Otherwise, War Thunder is more immediate fun. Fly like a true warrior of the sky. Hectic day, okay, see you later. We have... thank you for the wish, I will try to be up to it. These look like bombers. Slow down the time so we have the sound as well. No, they're not bombers. Pilots. I wish it were bombers, that's the reason I thought so. I will not tell anything to the wingman. They don't listen in any case, it's useless. So, going straight for the first one, let's see. It's coming straight my direction. Okay, they will probably be more BFs. It's already smoking, what is this? Oh shit, non blackout. Why is already smoking? Are we sure it's an enemy? No, it is. Ah, Focke-Wulf, okay. Also some guy named Michael Goldberg, I don't know, which is a very German sounding name. And yes, I raised the difficulty, this will make them more aggressive, gotta be careful here. That guy should fall easily breaking my gun, I hope. Don't know if I hit, but it's already damaged. So increase the power. There's another one coming. So we're fighting Focke-Wulfs this time. I'm having bad performance at the moment, I don't know why. This part of the map must be heavy, or maybe a greater quantity of planes, I guess. I'm lower and slower and slower and lower. Not the best way to go about it. My frame rate is down to the ground. I don't know why sometimes it has to run this bad. Oh shit. Yeah, I guess some moderate difficulty I'm going to have some problems because the wingmates are so hella useless. You have to be the killer of everyone. Why is every enemy already smoking? I wonder. Not that I'm complaining about it. But I have 3 on me. What the heck? I could have killed him, but the other one already hit me, and I think the tail is damaged because the plane no longer responds. Let's lower the flaps. No, I'm going straight to the ground. I was hit by the other guy, of course. There were 3 on me. No one was fucking helping. Okay. Let's try again like it is, but otherwise I might lower the difficulty. Also, can I lower the details somehow? No, unfortunately. Okay, restart mission. Restart mission took too long. I should have done it outright. Okay, but I can restart it now. Restart. Mission failed. Zelo killed. Yeah, at moderate, this is more or less my experience. At moderate difficulty, you get ganged up a lot. Should have you have to be careful about what the wingmates are actually doing, otherwise you will find yourself alone. Loading. Oh shit. What did I hit? I disconnected a sensor, yeah. Should restart, no problem. I hit the the plug that keeps the sensor up. No, but it's restarting, doesn't make a difference. Yeah, start. We have 2 sensors in any case, and the main one is over there. Okay, time compression from the get-go. Now, I'll have to be careful and stay with the friends. If you end up alone, it doesn't work very well, as we promptly demonstrated. Not much I can do about the performance, I'm afraid. Yeah, but you can see it's running badly. 40 FPS is not enough. It must be 45 to run well in VR. At the very minimum. And yeah, oh shit, what is this? No, I wanted to go and check, and I'm at 80 Hz, yes. I could downscale the image maybe, but makes it very grainy. I don't know. Okay, everything is there. Fighters are there. Let's engage them already before we get ganged up. 5 leader orders. Engage the newest air target. Let's see if they do it. What happened to my view? It's inverted. How do I put it back? Like it should be. It's inverted. Okay, we're not using this view, it seems. Oh shit. I lost priority on the window. Pause the game before something bad happens. But I think I couldn't. What the heck happened? No, it's paused, okay. I did something wrong when I moved out of the window with the pointer. Allora. It stays like this. Back to the game. Back to the game like this. Yes. Remove the pause. And it seems it's working. Probably the external view will still be... No, it's back to normal. Perfect. We recover. And actually these enemies don't care about us. They might turn back though. I don't know, they're going away. They probably haven't even sighted us. Let's leave it like that. I'll tell the wingmates to return to formation. You have to be a bit smarter, because this is harder than before. So, cover me, I guess, is to make them return. F4. But they don't listen in any case, so... these are turning back, and also these are coming as well. That's what happened so earlier. All the wingmates engaged the ones behind, whereas I alone found myself against the 3 that are in front. I wish I could give them a more specific order, like attack to the front. Unfortunately, wishful thinking. Now, if I tell them attack nearest air target, they should go the right direction, I guess.
Acorn, search for enemy aircraft. Free to engage. Out.
Okay, the situation is up, as you can see. I might have to use some of labeling, because otherwise this will be impossible at this level of difficulty. So, the first Focke-Wulf is over there, smoking like before for some reason. You gotta be careful. At this speed it's very easy to black out. I should have my friends all around this time, yeah, so possibly it will work, I hope. I don't like the way that thing is approaching. Okay, do it like this. Focke-Wulf, Focke-Wulf, Focke-Wulf. The D9. I don't know about this version. But they're all smoking. Apparently it's normal for that plane. I don't know what to say. They don't seem to be having problem with the engines in any case. Strange though. That's black smoke even. No idea. You're gonna die in any case. Right now, I presume. No.
Acorn 5, I'm wounded.
What the fuck? Smoking, but it doesn't die. Well, he's out of the battle in any case. Where can he go? Leave him. We have too many enemies. I don't care. Already under attack from everywhere. Why is smoke like that? It's crazy. It makes it easier to spot them too, huh? Also, it makes them different from the friends. You just see the smoke, you know it's an enemy. Very convenient, if strange. Okay, friend.
Acorn 7, I'm wounded.
This is a big battle right here. If I can complete it, well, I got better at Sturmovik, because last time I tried to stream, these ones were impossible for me. Labels or not. Oh, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Holding very thinly to the wheel of consciousness. I hit him. I hit him again. And the wind is gone. Yeah, you're dead. Well, not quite. What the fuck? I want to see one go down. Well, it's that. Okay, okay. The other one is finally falling. There's one over there, one over there, one over there, everywhere. I think that's the most dangerous one, so let's try to climb. Also, what do I have in front? Friendly, friendly, friendly. Well, we have the number advantage. That would be realistic. He's coming. Best start. Extend. No, but he sucks. Ooh, I blacked out. No, good, only briefly. My god, I wasn't doing anything crazy. How could I black? That guy's not going down, huh? Let's finish him at this point. He's returning to base, I think. Best not let him. Good practice, so to speak. Also, yeah, an easy kill and all that. Well, but I did not into it. No, he's blocking black. No, he's blocking black. So he's probably finished. Let's look. That guy that's coming from behind. I don't like it. I'm alone now, right? They all went doing something else. No, they're close by. Actually, he's attacking one of the wingmates. Anti-air is starting to shoot, unfortunately. We drifted too close to the base. This is not good. I cannot save you. I gotta worry about this other one. But it's the damaged one that is still flying, still wishful to fight. What a guy. You really don't know when to stop, do you? And now it's looking very bad for him. I even see the tail is a bit crooked, isn't it? It's practically demolished piece from piece. What the heck? And still flying. They built it. They built them hardy, I tell you. Fucking finally. My god. You want action? Here's your action. I bet he was running badly. My god. If only computers of today were strong enough to render this at a high frame rate, it would be just amazing. I can see the future though. By looking at such a scene, I can imagine the future of VR. One kilometer. No, 65. I could start shooting, I think. No, impossible. He's attacking. You bastard. What distance? 43. That's possible to hit. And yes, I did hit. And I did hit again. So this is the right deflection. Now a bit less, because we're closer. But yeah, it's dead. This one's dead. Well, I think we're out of flying targets. Yeah, let's engage. Let's destroy this objective indeed. 5 leader orders. Attack the ground target. F3.
Acorn, search for enemy ground targets. Free to engage. Out.
My god, there's plenty anti-air. How am I supposed to destroy the parked planes, I bet? But I best destroy some anti-air, because otherwise how long can we go on with this? I think I got only 2. It's already quite a feat to get 2 in one pass. The city is smoking, by the way. All these tracers make my game run a bit like shit. Okay, let's ignore them. I mean, they seem to have shit aim. I hope it's not the last famous wars, because I'd hate to lose the results of that very cool dogfight. But I'll destroy the parked planes. I guess that's the objective here. Ah, there's a line of bombers there. Look at that. 110s, presumably. Ah, return to base, actually. No, let's go then. We did enough damage, and also the dogfight was hella cool. I got, what? 3 air kills. I best return.
Echo 6, I'm wounded.
Also, Echo 6 is wounded. We have to worry about the Echo 6. Poor boy. Return to base. Return to your family. F7. After this we do... Ah, you saw the flare. The flare tells the friend that they have to return to base. After this we do the Year to Sturmovik mission that I promised. After all, it's the namesake of the name. We never fly it. It's such a cool plane to fly. In multiplayer you almost never do it because it's hella slow. But in single player you can start close to the objective. It's worth it. I like the look of the British pilot. Look at it. He's got a blue scarf. Also he's doing the exact same gesture as me. Are my hands tracked? You know, when I used to go to school with a small two-wheeled, what's the name? A scooter, yeah, with a scooter. I had these glasses. Identical. I still have them in a drawer. They were pretty cool. Some people made fun of this, but actually I love the glasses. Never stopped wearing them. I was a bit of a fancy guy at the time. Long hair, long beard, and now I'm different. Okay, we're almost at the front line. Once we're there, we can conclude. Ooh, there's more fighters. 3 of them. What are these? I'm just now thinking that if I weren't playing this game in VR, I would be wearing these glasses for the stream. That would be quite funny. I would need the entire attire though, including the cap. The cap I never owned. Shit, there's like 10,000 planes there. Well, maybe at this point I would just conclude the sortie, I guess. It's not worth risking it. From a logical standpoint, no? You will just avoid them and return to base. So the game will calculate that like we did, and we can move to a different mission. Since I completed it, even killed 3 planes. Mission accomplished. Master server response timeout. What is this? Master server of the game, I guess. Well, the mission is completed, so finish. It was a good one. I enjoyed it. Let me see what it generates for the next day of the Tempest. If there's something really interesting, we might play it. Otherwise, I'll go with the Sturmovik now. Look at this. I got mentioned in dispatches. Couldn't they even issue a medal out of this? Just a piece of paper. I guess they were hard pressed for money at the time. A new day begins. Calculating the new missions. roster has been assigned. And the missions. The missions are for this day. No, I have to go headquarters, I think. No, planning room then. Ah yeah, it's down under. Escort bombers and enemy airfield attack. Yeah, it's either a boring thing or the same we already did. So, like I said, switch scenario. I'm starting to have a bit too many people here. But I guess none of these is piloting an EL2. So let's do it. And I will do it at the Battle of Stalingrad. Where else? You pilot an EL2, you best do it in the Battle of Stalingrad. So, uncheck everything else. Especially the planes I don't own. I don't know even why they're checked by default. City assault phase. The coolest part. The same we was doing in the campaign before. So, where would he put me with the Sturmovik? Either Solodovka, which is a bit behind. This is already better. Oshansky in Zaplanoye. Or this is the closest one to the front lines. Yeah, Il-2 Sturmovik. Let's do some attacking with the tank of the sky, indeed. I will be the commander, of course, from the beginning. I'm Yakov Konstantinov, Soviet pilot from Dagestan. Can you imagine that? Yeah, we even have the cool... Yeah, but I skip it, because music tends to get you copyright striked on Facebook, so I don't want music on my scene. No music. Music is forbidden. Streamers cannot listen to anything while they do the killing. The killing is silent. First day nothing happens, I know that by experience. You gotta skip it. Yeah. Won't take long, I promise. Next. Awarded the aviation badge. I didn't even begin. Okay, what we doing now? Enemy airfield attack. Sounds good for an EL2. The airfield is Pitomnik, no less. So usual trick with this will make a hell of a difference with a plane slower such as this. Take like hours to reach the point. We can just move the... I hope the waypoint. Apparently no. We cannot move the point. Well, because there's a rendezvous with... Usual stupidity of this game. You have to do the rendezvous with the escort, so you cannot move it. So that's the reason I didn't play Sturmovik campaigns for a while. Well, I guess let's do it nonetheless. We'll see how it goes. But no unlimited ammo because we have to get rid of the bombs to do combat if needed. So realism actually everything to the max. Okay. Also increase the frontline activity. That's a big thing. At least to medium. And put moderate difficulty, I guess. Start mission. Want to see the splash screen. Splash screen is a BF having a bad day against a couple of... yeah, no, these are lags, I think. I don't know how to tell them apart. They look similar to me, the yak and the lag. Maybe from top, the shape of the wing is different. In any case, it's easy to see they're both Russian when you spot them at a distance, so it kinda works. And yeah, of course, we gotta do the rendezvous. Let me see Sturmovik is hours on. Look at this. 2 bombs, 8 rockets. So we're mostly will be strafing. And of course the Among Us cannon that it has. Let me see the guns. Look how many configurations. Okay, 223 millimeters. with 150 rounds each. And what about the machine guns? 1500 rounds. More than a tank, this is a warship of the skies. And a quite big and heavy one, which will make our wait time a bit longer. Here you have it, the namesake of the game. Why never I play it, I wonder? I should play it. Let's do it now. I always loved this plane. It's just that the older campaign version that the game had was better for it. It's got a strange thing with the aiming glass. No, not this one version. There is a this is the one without the rear turret also, yeah. So, this is the base where we'll be receiving the escort, unfortunately, not the objective. We'll have to fly 10, 20, 30, above 40 kilometers to it. And no helping. I guess I dedicated the stream to it. Can I really not play the Sturmovik today? I gotta do it. And yeah, it's a cool plane to see. I personally always like the aesthetics of the Russian planes, so utilitarian in a way. Why am I in boosted mode? Reduce the RPM. Ah, that guy is bugging. Also, where is the radiator of this plane? Ah, under. Here it is. You can see it when I... no, well, I thought I had. And I opened it. Yeah, it's a flap over there. Well, let's start with the jetty at this point. 40 kilometers, just like I calculated, you see. Reflex sight is actually better than that sort of metal structure that you have to use for aiming sometimes. Will be raining hell on the enemy troops with this. Let me see the weapons underneath. Ah yes, the rockets. And I think the bombs are inside, because I see no bombs. Yeah, this has a bomb bay. The bomb bay is probably... I don't know, let me open. No, it doesn't have it. And then the bombs, where are they? You forget to take the bombs. There is no bomb bay, it doesn't open. I'm supposed to carry a cover, now I wonder where. These are all rockets. Maybe inside the two... No. Well, I have no idea. There is no bomb bay. 32 kilometers. I guess if they drop, we will know they're there. Maybe they're not drone. That's our escort, right? No, they're IL-2s. Doesn't carry bombs either. We all have the same loadout. Here's Stalingrad. You can recognize it by the fact that it's a smoldering ruin. We're going past of it, actually, to an enemy airfield. Which is the airfield of... Pitomnik. I know that place. I've been bombing it for like months. Strangely, they keep rebuilding it. I wonder why. So gotta remember that I have no rear turret on this Sturmovik. Might make it dangerous. I think they already had foreseen the possibility of including it. What is that? The fuel tank probably plays rear there. But yeah, the way it's built, it seems to be thought for housing people. No fighters yet. You see why I never played the Sturmovik? It's a bit boring. It's so slow. Gotta really be patient with this plane. It did wait quite a bit. This is a much quieter version of Stalingrad compared to the previous mission. We will get there, you just have to be patient. Ah, traces from the ground. I could engage them as target of opportunity, but I guess it's not really worth it. And yeah, the target is over there. Starting to spot it. No needs for the label anymore. If only time compression on this game really worked. This is the maximum time compression, you see. It's supposed to be what? Times 8. Ridiculous. This is times 2 almost. But you can check it. If you look at the playing clock, here it is, no? Look at it. Okay, I put time compression to normal. Watch the seconds end, no? 2 times, it moves faster. 4 times, maybe slight difference. 8 times exactly the same. 12 times exactly the same. It doesn't work. It's bugged. I told the developers more than once on the forums and also through Facebook. No one seems to care. I'm the only one bothered by it. It basically makes playing like the Sturmovik unplayable in single player, for me at least. And I used to play it all the time, so there is a reason I stopped actually. Now I remember. We will get there in any case. Design aesthetics reminds me of the Yak. If you look at it, no? Disregard the size and proportion. The shape of it, the sort of triangular wings, you can see it came from the same design philosophy. Unfortunately, I'm running out of things to say, as you can clearly imagine, but we're almost there. 10 kilometers now, I guess. 11. I come close to my estimations. Let's hope it's a good one after all this long wait. Yeah. Look at it. Battle worn. What are these? Oh, there's something on the ground ahead of the base. This would be 8 times time compression, huh? A snail space. Everyone's smoking their engines for some reason. We're all going the same speed, and yet they're practically destroying the engines. So what the heck is that thing in there? But they're just AI players, no? So of course it won't count. Oh shit, there's enemy planes come. Now I don't like it. Let's hope the escort is good at what it's supposed to be doing, because we're being engaged from enemy pilots. And it's not like I can fight, especially with all the bombs. Yeah, look at this. Hellish. But we got plenty of Yak 1s helping us, huh? They're turning, I'll do the same. I want to attack the airfield from the side, I guess. I'll go after them and do the same thing. Well, now go to boosted mode, I guess. If not now, when? Boosted mode. So, yeah, let's try not to bomb the wrong thing again. These are targets, for instance. What the heck are they supposed to be? Bunkers. Parked planes. Not wasting too much ammo because I don't know what actually I am hitting. No enemies targeting me. Let's try to find a surer target. Like, yeah, these are parked planes. The Sturmovik. It doesn't turn too badly when you consider... Oh shit, who's shooting me? I hope it's just the anti-air. Well, I can take a bit of a beating on this plane, huh? Parked 110s, I guess. No, they're not 110s. That's gone. Looked a bit like shit. Bombs away. I did have a couple of bombs, but I dropped them too late. So we wasted the bombs, but no problem, no problem. The main armament of the Sturmovik is the cannons in any case. Yeah, and the guns. I mean, and the rockets. One is down. Let's keep attacking this. They seem the more valuable assets here. Raining hell on the enemy. There's still one. This Sturmovik is a beast. Russian strong. Okay, we completed the mission, but no way I'm returning until I shoot everything. Well, the escort is doing its job properly, it seems. So they're better when they are your escort rather than your wingman, because if they were my wingman, they would be doing something completely different. Should be... This is not where the planes are parked. Well, still a target. You see how they explode when you hit them with the Sturmovik's cannons? Yeah, makes quite a difference. I only played this plane originally in the game. Are you going to play War Thunder tomorrow? I'm sorry, I can't play these past days because of Nuve. Tomorrow? You mean, of course, tomorrow morning? Yes, probably, because as I discovered this morning, unfortunately, Sturmovik servers are empty at this time of day. So yes, I'll play War Thunder indeed tomorrow. If you want to come, it will be fun. We can do Axis together like the other day. I feel a bit lonesome to play this game, unfortunately. It's the thing. I would play this as much as War Thunder if the servers were popular, if I had wingmen and so on. But unfortunately, it's way less popular. So yes, you can play it alone and it's fun alone, but to stream it for 3 hours is a tall order. Ah, they parked trucks as well. Yeah. Also, I think in about... the coronavirus. Really, man? It's hit your country, right? My country, it's terrible, man. You have no idea. No idea. In fact, when you told me that you're coming to Italy next month, I was a bit surprised because Italy is going in a state of lockdown right now. I think they're preventing anyone from exiting or entering the country. And even my city right now, you cannot move from your house unless you have a good reason. You're supposed... Oh shit, they damaged me. You're actually supposed to have a special document with where you certify yourself that you have a good reason for going out of the house. Otherwise, you cannot... It's that bad. It's that bad. It's scary, I tell you. Never lived something such in my entire life. Okay. And by the way, Carlo, no, I'm not smoking, not anymore. By the way, I know you don't play usually at my afternoon's time, but I tell you just so you know. I think Nix is playing this afternoon, and probably I'll be with him in War Thunder. If you want to play at late night, I suppose. Time zones are like that. Shall we the final one, I guess, at this point? Yeah, I'm out of cannons, you saw it. At the end I was shooting only machine guns, so it's time to retreat. Before the escort gets rid... before the enemy gets rid of the escort, and yeah, I did, because here they are. Should I dogfight in the Sturmovik? Oh shit. Well, I guess any plane is a dogfire, no? If you wish for it hard enough. Let's not crash into the other Sturmovik though. Can I turn after a BF? Well, if he's a shitter, yes. So let's hope he is. Only machine guns, no cannons. No, it makes no sense. I'll never be able to follow it in any case. But, wait a minute. No, I'm not there. I think we should move from this place, yeah, because the enemy tracers are now buzzing like angry bees, basically. And attempt the return to base, which won't be extremely easy. I suppose, at this point, we will have to make an attempt. I'm smoking again, but this is just temperature, I think. Let's try opening the radiator a bit. I'm not damaged, I didn't hear any bullets hitting me. No, I'm not. Low and fast, return to base, I'll tell the wingmates as well. Return to base F7. You see the kind of destruction this plane can raise on an enemy base? It was quite a sight. Oh shit. he really passing me like that? Is he really that idiot? Yes, he is. Ah, but there's another one coming. Oh no, there was another one coming. It was a technique. No, what a shame. It was such a good mission up to now. And it was such a good mission. There was another one. He was acting as the bait. He was either by accident or the smartest bot of them all, really. In any case, he concluded our mission. Still, raiding the base was fun. I best restart it, otherwise the pilot will be dead next time I want to play it. Interesting engagement, too bad it had to end like this. So, okay, now you see, it's very fun to play, but the missions are badly designed. You have these eternal waiting times that make it annoying to play, and it's a shame because it's an amazingly cool plane. Let me see the servers. Maybe they populated a bit now. Ah, but the master server is down even. Well, I don't know what to say. Multiplayer. Dogfight. How strange. Well, I guess at this point, rather than starting another mission I wouldn't be able to complete it, yeah. We've been streaming for a couple of hours and a half, it will be enough. It will be enough for this morning. Unfortunately, I expected to find some multiplayer action, I guess it wasn't to be. It still proved to be an interesting stream, thanks to the variety of planes and missions that I've flown. The master server has gone down. What can we do at this point? It's not me, right? I still have internet. Yeah, I could switch to something else, but it would make it a bit unwieldy. Look at this. I was just speaking about this. You know, there's an amazing map that shows you the coronavirus status. This one. In Italy. Just speaking about it, no? Since we are a bit early. I'm having connection problem, I guess. Well, I wouldn't call it amazing, really. Something strange with my connection, I guess. Another reason to end the stream. Okay, guys, see you in about 5 hours and a half, I guess. And we will be playing, possibly, War Thunder with Nix, if I understood him well. Otherwise, maybe the rally game. I will do the rally game in the following days, in any case, one of these days. As soon as the occasion presents itself. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.